altogether I have 20 Eminem tattoos. Hi, my name is Nikki. I am from Chester in England, but I live in Aberdeen, Scotland. This is Marshall, and I am Crazy Eminem Lady on Instagram. I first started listening to Eminem when I was 14. I am now 34, so we are talking 20 years, and it was Stan that started it all for me. I was on holiday and we went and got some cheap CDs from the supermarket over there, and I literally remember sitting by the pool listening to the Marshall Mathers LP, and Stan came on, and literally it blew my mind. It completely blew my mind. And I remember like 14-year-old me going to my dad, "Oh my god, Dad, you've got to listen to this." I would say over the last 20 years my Eminem fandom has always been there, but it has kind of been a little bit up and down until maybe the last 3 years, because I had a son and other stuff in life sort of took over. So there are some periods in my life where I haven't been so crazy Eminem lady, but she was definitely born with my first portrait tattoo, which was September 2017, because I think that tattoo just literally changed me overnight. I loved it and I wanted more instantly, so I started getting more, and yeah, I really believe that Crazy Eminem Lady was born with that first tattoo. I have seen Eminem live 7 times. The first one was 2003 when I was 17. That was Milton Keynes, and it was the Eminem show. And then it was a good few years after that actually that I saw him again, and it was when he released Recovery and he came to Scotland. He did Tea in the Park, so I saw him there. Then the same year I flew to New York to see him and Jay-Z at the Yankee Stadium, which was an incredible opportunity, and yeah, it was awesome. And then I have seen him at Leeds Festival, and I have seen him in Glasgow. He did Glasgow Summer Sessions 2017. I've seen him at London Twickenham, that was 2018, and I've seen him in Abu Dhabi, that was last year in October. So London and Abu Dhabi, I kind of paid for the better tickets. I went VIP party with London Twickenham, and we went early entry Golden Circle in Abu Dhabi, and honestly I don't think I'll be able to go back. We got to the front at both of those, and yeah, I mean, he is amazing live. Every single time I feel like it gives me goosebumps, and I feel like he, even though it's like pretty much the same show with maybe just a few new songs added, it gets better every time. So yeah, if you haven't seen him live, you got it. So when I went to Abu Dhabi to see Eminem in October, we got right to the front, and I actually met Jeremy Deputat, who is Eminem's photographer, which was absolutely incredible. So this guy came out, and I was pretty sure it was Jeremy, and then the guy next to me that I'd been speaking to shouted him, and he looked over, so I was there like this, and he came over. So he started taking pictures of all my tattoos with his phone, and I got my picture taken with him, and that experience alone was amazing, and I was on cloud 9 after that. But then about 15 minutes after he went back, he came out again, and he was looking for someone in the crowd, saw me and came back over, and he said that he had shown Eminem and that M was bugging, which, so I'm told, can mean different things, but I feel that it's a positive, because otherwise Jeremy wouldn't have come back. And Jeremy started taking pictures with his professional camera, and then he goes, "Pop your number in my phone because we want to do something with them. So I very nervously put my name and my number and my email address in his phone, and yeah, literally freaked out, and it was amazing. No, I haven't heard anything since then, but I believe there's a reason that he asked for my details, and even if nothing comes from it, it was amazing. Altogether, I have 20 Eminem tattoos. I got my first Eminem tattoo when I was 19, and it's a really, really tiny one. It's basically the E and the backwards E, so it's like a little box with the two E's. So yeah, I was made up with it. I thought I was super cool. And then I kind of went on to song names and lyrics. And then I got my first portrait tattoo of Eminem by David Corden in Edinburgh, September 2017, as I've already mentioned. I now have 11 portraits, I guess you would call them, pictures of Eminem. Basically, I just loved the whole day getting my first Eminem portrait. I loved David and his studio and where it was and the whole experience, and I loved the tattoo. But I've got a little bit more confident. I went to Yarson, who is in Aberdeen, which is where I live, because his work is phenomenal, and I figured he's close by. I mean, yeah, he did this one, which is just a beaut. Really, really beautiful. And he did this one too, which, man, I mean, yeah, it's just amazing. And then I had always wanted something done by Jay Hutton from Tattoo Fixers. UK guys, you'll know who he is, I'm sure. And I think because I had just got a little bit more brave, I guess, and was having fun with it, I emailed him, and he did a bee rabbit on my calf, and then he did my Slim Shady here. So yeah, the story behind them, I guess, I mean, they all mean so much to me because it's he means so much to me. Revival, I love that album. I feel like it's so underrated, and I just love this image of him with the flag, so I wanted that like somewhere pretty prominent, and I'm absolutely made up with how that turned out. Yarson and Jay, who did the black and grey, I just told that they just picked, basically. They just picked. So yeah, I have 20 Eminem tattoos. Eminem has been a massive influence in my life since the age of 14. Basically, I've grown up with his music, and his music has got me through so many periods in my life. And even to this day, if I'm feeling angry, I often put Eminem on because I feel like he gets the anger out for me. If I'm sad or frustrated or anxious, the same thing, I'll put Em on. If I'm feeling kick-ass and I'm feeling awesome, I'll put Em on. I mean, there's always a reason to play Em, but he has carried me through. Also, I have to thank him for my tattoos because they have literally changed my life, honestly. I mean, I know people look at me like I am crazy, and I know it's not for everybody. I know it's a lot, but I honestly don't care because they have given me so much confidence in my body. I've had a lot of mental health issues and weight issues over the years, which I'm not going to go into, but I actually now love looking in the mirror, and I spend my days just looking at my tattoos and taking pictures, and I love the skin that I'm in now. So in that sense as well, Eminem has literally, he's changed my life in so many ways. So yeah, he's had a massive influence on my life. 3 qualities that I love about Eminem are how much he loves being a father and how much he's spoken about being a father and how important it is to him, and just how he then adopted the 2 other girls as well, just shows, I think, what a huge heart he's got, and that's probably a side that we don't get to see very often, so it's nice when he has spoken about it in his music. I also love the fact that he is so private, and I mean, it's quite annoying and quite frustrating, but I do honestly feel like that's one of the reasons why we love him, because he is so hard to get, and he does what he has to do. He disappears, which not many people do, and he's managed to have a private life, and I don't know, I respect him for that, and I kind of feel a little sorry that he can't have a normal life, but he's really managed to keep his family and himself private, and yeah, I like that about him. I also love how he's really not afraid to speak about stuff in his music. I just love that he's controversial, and he always has been, and yeah, I think that makes him who he is, and I think I have definitely taken some of that from his music, and it's given me a little bit more confidence to be who I am and speak. If I could be in an Eminem music video, it would have to be Stan, wouldn't it? I mean, people call me Stan all the time, negatively and positively, whatever, but I think that I would make a good Stan, right? So yeah, I think Stan's the song that started it all. Stan is the word that we use as Eminem fans, and so yeah, I think Stan, unless he wanted to write a song about me. Just a big thank you for everything that you've done over the last 20 odd years, for all the music that you continue to make, for all the shows that you continue to do, and for giving us Stans this community, and just for you. And also, I really want to meet you, just to say hi, get a selfie, and then I'd really love you to sign me so that I could get it tattooed.